Hey, look at that guy in the driver's seat. That's me, Javier, and I just want to welcome you to my Las Vegas road trip. This is the plan for today in this order. We're gonna get some breakfast first, and then we're gonna head up to the Grand Canyon. I've never been there before, so I'm pretty excited for that one. I'm looking forward to that. Then we're gonna head to Antelope Canyon. That place also looks really awesome. I feel like every time I'm on my Instagram Explore page, I see Antelope Canyon, so I gotta go there. And then after that, we're gonna head to Horseshoe Bend. And then maybe we'll head to Lake Powell after that. And then we'll continue our way into Utah. And I believe we'll be sleeping in Utah and getting dinner there. So. Okay, so we were making good time, sorta, kinda, until we hit this lovely 25-minute traffic jam. So hopefully the breakfast spot is pretty empty. We can be in and out really quick and make our way up to the Grand Canyon. All right, so we have finally arrived at the breakfast spot here in Phoenix. Vovomeena, I think it's pronounced. Not really sure. But we're gonna get a quick breakfast here, then head back out on the road. See how quick we can get to Grand Canyon. Here's a quick look at the interior of the restaurant. By the way, I'll be including the 360 view of all the restaurants I visit. So what I came here to try was a dish called the pain perdu. It's a banana bread pudding French toast. It's got some fancy whiskey caramel sauce on top, sliced bananas, and you get a side of meat to go with it. Also ordered a side of scrambled eggs, which you can tell are fluffy as hell. The French toast was actually pretty damn good. Not too sweet, it was really dense. My only complaint is that the dish was a little too small. I would have liked maybe 1 or 2 more slices of the French toast. All right, finished eating. Yo, that banana bread French toast was pretty amazing. I'm back at the RCF. We're about to start making our way up to Grand Canyon finally. So we're finally making our first gas stop. Thank God these pumps are not full anymore. Jeez. Or maybe they are. So I got a little gas. It was time to get back on the highway and continue our journey up to the Grand Canyon. Change of plans. We're gonna go straight to Antelope Canyon because I completely messed up those times. And it seems I'm gonna be late to Antelope Canyon as well, so hopefully they're nice people and they'll wait for me. But we're gonna have to get on the highway and try to make up some time because I do not want to miss that. That's probably like the thing that I'm looking forward to most on this trip. So after about 2.5 to 3 hours of driving, I ended up at Antelope Canyon. And guess what? I got there 18 minutes early. Anywho, this place looked really cool. The way that the sandstone is formed from years of erosion was pretty neat. If you're interested in visiting, I would highly suggest you reserve the earliest time slot they offer. You get better views that way. The tour guides were also really cool and they knew a lot about the canyon. They showed us some of the special rock formations that resemble things like presidents, animals, and other weird objects for you to take photos of. But go ahead and enjoy the rest of this walk around before I teleport to Horseshoe Bend.
As soon as you guys have that 97, when it took 12 people out of the lower animal, only one person survived that tragedy. When they found this guy was naked, completely naked, no clothes on him. Pressure of water.
Currently making the walk down to Horseshoe Bend. They say it's a 1.5 mile walk round trip, so I gotta speed up because the sun's setting and we're losing light. Alright, so I made it to Horseshoe Bend. Now it's time to take ourselves to Utah, St. George, home of my boss, Joey V. And there we're gonna try to find some dinner, maybe some Peruvian food, because you know I'm feeling like some Peruvian food right now. But yeah, today was dope, even with the setbacks of me not being able to get into the Grand Canyon. I mean, I still had a lot of fun. It's always cool seeing like cool scenery like this. All right, I'm here at Vivachicken, about to get this Peruvian food. So my boss said this was basically like the fast food version of Peruvian food, which was perfect because I was tired from all that driving and it was pretty late at night. So I ordered the classic saltado and the herbal limeade. I didn't like the limeade much at all, would not recommend it, but the saltado was pretty good. It comes with sirloin, onions, tomatoes, cilantro, french fries, jasmine rice, and it's cooked in this really great sauce. Although I do have to say it got pretty salty near the end of the dish. But this ends day one. On to Las Vegas tomorrow. Alright, here we are, day 2. We're in St. George still. We're gonna be making our way into Las Vegas today. And first thing we're gonna do is get some food as usual, and then go out to see a couple cool things. So I definitely had to share this part of the drive with you guys. This was about an hour to an hour and a half into the drive from St. George to Las Vegas. And this highway was super scenic. I mean, you just had these really tall rock structures that you were driving in between pretty much the entire way. And being from New York City, at least when I was there, I didn't get to see stuff like this. So anytime I'm taking these new highways and routes, I really like to take in the scenery. Especially when you're driving next to stuff like this. Like, look how tall that is. That just makes me feel so small when I'm driving next to it. Anyway, let's forget about the scenery right now. Let's fast forward to Las Vegas and finally answer the question of, does 24 karat gold taste good on a burger? And here's the exterior of the building. Let's go on inside, get us a nice golden burger. So let's talk about what's in the food. The milkshake starts off being a peanut butter and banana based shake. Then they take peanut butter, rub it around the cup, stick chopped bacon to it. Then at the top we have a caramelized banana, and they stuck strips of bacon into the milkshake as well, as you can see. Next, the burger is Wagyu beef. Then they take 24 karat gold and they dust the brioche bun with it. Then they take some more 24 karat gold and dust the bacon as well. I believe they call it millionaire bacon or billionaire bacon. Then they add bacon jam, roasted garlic aioli, truffle cheese, and baby arugula. I can't even lie. That burger was so freaking good. Like, I don't know what they put in that gold, but the gold tastes good. The cheese tasted good. The sauces that they used on it were freaking amazing. And I'm just like, I'm super satisfied with that. And now that we're done eating, it's time to go to the 7 Magic Mountains. All right, just arrived to the 7 Magic Mountains. It's pretty interesting because it's kind of sort of in like the middle of nowhere on the side of a little highway street. Yeah, you guys gotta take a look at this. It's pretty cool.
Part of it, see, some motherfucking crazy guy came out here, did some acid, and decided to paint this shit.
So, you may or may not have noticed that it is nighttime now. You see, what happened was, after I ate and I went to the 7 Magic Mountains, I needed to find a hotel because I did not pre-purchase any hotels for this entire trip. So I went to the hotel like a normal person does. I checked in, I relaxed for a bit, and I decided to come back out when it was time for me to eat again. I did a little research and I decided to have dinner at the Palm Hotel. At Greene Street Restaurant, about to try the big ass stuffed lobster. So once you walk in, you're inside this arcade that they have. And that old school Coke door is actually the entrance to the restaurant. When you walk into the restaurant, you're greeted by graffiti literally everywhere. Floors, ceiling, walls, you name it. And that theme actually carries on into the actual dining area itself. So you can see graffiti on the walls behind me in a nice black theme. But enough of that, let's get to the lobster finally. So let's talk about this lobster dish because it's pretty interesting. And if you know me, you know that I love lobster. It's like my #1 food. So what they did was they cleaned out the body and the tail, and they first put down lump crab Ritz cracker stuffing, and then on top of that, they laid the lobster meat, and then they put drawn butter all over all the lobster meat. And with all those magical ingredients, I still wouldn't put this in my top 5 lobster dishes. I don't know if it's because they were doing too much with the flavors, but it completely lacked that lobster taste that I really love. It was still good, but it's just not top 5 lobster dishes for me. And I'm not a picky eater, so you know I finished my food. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to day 3, and we are starting our day at Las Vegas Elite Off-Road. And we're gonna take the ATVs out to the desert and do a lovely 2-hour chase. I got the RC F here with me, of course, and I've actually been looking forward to this the entire trip. This is probably gonna be the most fun thing. I'm gonna try to do a 360 video so I get all the angles, if somebody's passed me, if I'm passing somebody. So I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Okay. warned that if anyone tipped their vehicles over, that the off-roading would end immediately. And that's exactly what happened. A guy ahead of us had flipped over, he broke his wrist and his fingers. So I ended up back at the hotel, showered, changed clothes, and started my drive down to Boulder City. So stopping in Boulder City, I had to stop here at Fox Smokehouse barbecue because it had amazing reviews. And what I ordered up was some mac and cheese. That's what people say is really good. Got me some ribs, 2 slices of cornbread came with it. Got some brisket over there tucked in the corner. Of course, I got some collard greens because I love collard greens. So while you watch me eat, I'll talk about the food. The cornbread, my least favorite thing on the plate. The brisket, pretty good. They use a really good dry rub on both the brisket and the ribs. Doesn't need barbecue sauce at all. Speaking of barbecue sauces, both of the ones that they have on the table suck. The collard greens were a knock out the park. Really good. The mac and cheese, it was alright. I give it like a 6, 6.5. But those ribs, woo-hoo-hoo, baby, those ribs are so good. But let's wrap up here and head to the Hoover Dam. And just like that, I'm magically at the Hoover Dam now. I'm gonna take a few minutes here, get some cool shots, and then back on the road.
You will locate Vega, which has become the North Star thousands of years into the future.
So after about 3 to 5 minutes of walking from the parking lot, you finally get to the Hoover Dam. And you see it's this huge bowl structure, one that you're kind of tempted to slide down, but you know that you'll probably die once you hit the bottom. But I can see that the sun's setting and I still want to get to Willow Beach. So I turned around and got back on the highway. So after about 30 minutes of driving, I saw that there was a scenic pull-off on the side of the highway. So I was like, you know what? Let me take this chance to get one more look at that lovely sunset before we hit Willow Beach. Listen, I have to hand it to the West Coast. They have some amazing sunsets out here. But now, it's finally time to start the descent to Willow Beach to close out the trip. Alright, so I finally found it again. The place is called Willow Beach, and this is where we will end off our little road trip. Don't know if you could tell on the back, but there's water here, mountains. It's awesome. Sunset. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully we can do this again soon. I need to put that 360 camera to more use, but yeah, thanks. This is adios. Goodbye.